As the great Phil Rizzuto once said, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. It is a perfect day for baseball here on this Sunday afternoon. The Angels and the Astros wrapping up this four-game series. The Halos looking for the series split. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas, and while the Astros have taken two of the first three, Mike Scioscia will hand the ball off to Garrett Richards, who threw the ball exceptionally well the last time out against Seattle, and hoping that you could pick up a victory going into the off day tomorrow.
Outstanding mechanics for Garrett Richards. Take a look at our AT&T U-verse rewind. He is throwing the ball exactly everywhere he wants to throw it. His slider command has been unbelievable for him. 87 to 89 on his slider. Hitting the outside corner, getting swings and misses, getting back in the counts. Fastball command, very good. His mechanics, to talk about landing on that front foot, over the front foot, has been unreal. Last three starts out for Garrett Richards. That's why you got to feel good about today. There's 4 earned runs in his last 3 starts. It's a 2-0 record he has. But what he did last season, what he's been able to carry into this season, the confidence he has in all his pitches, even his curveball. Doesn't throw a lot of them, but he can get back in the counts against left-handed batters. I look for him to dominate with his fastball. His fastball velocity has increased the last couple of starts. Go after him with that 4-seam fastball, get a lot of swing and miss, get some runs scored, and get the victory.
And what you can hope for, too, even though the Angels fell short last night, they did battle back against a tough pitcher in Dallas Keuchel. You hope to see that offense start to click a little bit more consistently. Scott Feldman on the hill for the Houston Astros. We're just about ready for baseball here on Mother's Day. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Cardinals. Call 1-855-1-TWC. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Game 4 of this 4-game set between the Angels and the Houston Astros. The Halos, with the loss last night, find themselves 6 back of the division-leading Astros. And today being Mother's Day, you will see a lot of pink out on the field. Of course, Major League Baseball teaming up once again with the Susan G. Komen for the Cure Foundation to try to raise money for breast cancer awareness. So, obviously, a great initiative by Major League Baseball. The players, the umpires all partake, and it's always good, especially on the gorgeous day. You couldn't have scripted a better day to have Mother's Day.
Chamber of Commerce Day here in Anaheim, no question about it. And for the players just love this opportunity to be able to express their love for their mothers. There's no question when you get to wear the pink, wristbands, sleeves, bats, even cleats out there today for the players.
It looks like Garrett Richards taking a book out of, or page out of C.J. Wilson's book, the old four-corner stall here. Usually Garrett's one of the quicker ones to get out there to start a ball game. Remember, that clock doesn't start until the game actually starts, so it's up to the starting pitcher of the home team to finally be ready and go out there. So we'll see how that impacts him as well as the defense. The Angels, as with pretty much every time Garrett is on the mound, wearing the red alternate tops. And as they take the field, we will quickly take a look at the Houston Astros starting lineup as presented by their first-year manager, A.J. Hinch. Houston at 20-11, leading the American League Western Division, game number 32 for them. And they will have their speedy center fielder, Jake Marisnick, leading things off for the second consecutive day. Jose Altuve at second. Luis Valbuena has been a picking machine over at third base. He will bat third. Chris Carter will be the cleanup hitter. No Evan Gattis today. Colby Rasmussen right. Jason Castro after a night off back behind the plate. Marwin Gonzalez at short. Preston Tucker, the rookie, is at DH. And Robbie Grossman, seeing action for the first time in this series, gets the start in left field. It is Garrett Richards, 2-1, and a 2.32 earned run average. And while the velocity and everything's been there, at times he's had some issues with a little bit of command. But he's been able to have a very good breaking pitch, whether it's the slider or the curveball, if that fastball is lacking for him command-wise, to get him back into counts.
That's huge for him. That's the big thing that's made that step from last year, even into this season, why he's been so good, is his ability to get back into counts with his slider. You see how many sliders he has thrown. 32% to cut fastball or four-seam fastball, two-seam fastball. So 65% of his pitches are fastball, firm fastball, and his velocity on his fastball has increased as the season has progressed. Started out 95.1, now it's up to 95.4 average fastball according to Fangraphs, with Garrett Richards' domination with that pitch.
Check out the Halos defensively this afternoon. Matt Joyce in left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun at right. The infield has David Freese, Eric Guybar, Johnny Giavitel, and C.J. Crone from third to first, and Chris Sinetta behind the plate.
You got Cole Calhoun out in right field. Anytime a day game, the ball is going to carry much better, but he's been extremely solid as a right fielder. 11 outfield assists, 1 error. This is going back to last year in 150 games in right field for Cole Calhoun.
Halos in the month of April so far, 3-6. They pitched well, a 355 earned run average. But in May, I should say, have not hit well. Just a 219 batting average this month. Jake Marisnick hitting .330, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. A multi-hit game for him last night, 2 for 5. The first one is upstairs.
That's old school. That first pitch of the game, straight back to the backstop.
Yeah, that would change someone's eye level right there.
That would make you uncomfortable at the plate, that's for sure. That's Bull Durham-ish.
That's through the bull.
You will be stepping in the bucket that pitch after that last one. That one at 95 from Richards.
Bresnik with a single and a double in last night's game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Houston had a total of 6 hits last night, and all 6 coming in the first 3 innings. Matt Shoemaker ended up giving up the 6 runs on 6 hits, 3 home runs, of course. The bullpen did a nice job of shutting down the Astros offensively after that. A pretty good pitch, check swing.
That pitch is right all over the outside corner. Inez setting up in the outside corner at the knees, perfect spot. Not get the call.
Wow. full count. All three of the umpires behind the plate to start the series, Joe West, Kerwin Danley, and Rob Drake last night, all with generous strike zones.
Pretty consistent strike zone. They all did a good job.
3-2, and he walked him. Well, not what you wanted to do to start off the ball game, especially with a Speedy Maruznik on board. Bring up Altuve.
My Hyundai key to this game, little Pink Floyd mother with all the mothers here at the game and watching at home. And so much to all of us. Love you. Wish you the very best and enjoy a perfect day.
Simply put, we would not be here without you.
Yes, that's the best way to put it.
Jose Altuve, the second baseman, now up. Homer in the first inning last night. 1 for 3 game. Pulls this one foul. There's that high pitch.
And he can get all over, no matter how hard you throw it. A high fastball, he's going to be on it.
At .341 last year. Recently turned 25 years of age, native of Venezuela. Reaching for this with bouncer to freeze. Could be 2. Giavotella can't turn it. They get the out at second, and they would have had a double play.
It's important, too, because now you have Altuve at first. You have to think about his speed at first base instead of potentially a 5-4-3 double play. Richards is going to have to quicken up his delivery. Perfect feed from Freeze. Quick on the transfer. Giavotella just trying to be too quick himself. He had plenty of time. Lost the handle. They record the out at second, though. But it changes a lot of things up now with Altuve at first base.
Altuve had a stolen base in game 1, was caught stealing twice in game 2. Hasn't run much since then.
Richards has done a real nice job over the last couple of seasons as far as slowing down a running game. He's holding the ball better. He's quick to the plate. Doesn't hurt that he's throwing 95 to 97.
Boy, nasty pitch down and into Valbuena. It's an 0-1 count on the third baseman.
Well, just looking at that movement on that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Four-seamer that has cut action.
.207 batting average for Valbuena. 7 home runs, 12 runs batted in. And he hits one high and deep to right. Cole Calhoun moving back on it onto the warning track, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs.
Dangerous in Houston, that's for sure, that fly ball.
And of course, as we talked about all the time here, day games ball will travel. And it's a little bit warmer today than what we've seen over the last couple of days. Valbuena just did not hit on the good part of the bat. Fortunate for the Angels, Altuve at first, 2 outs, and Chris Carter now up.
It's not real easy to get the good part of the bat on a fastball from Richards because he has such good movement. It'll either cut or it will sink. So he'll either get off the end of the bat or on the handle of the bat.
Carter hitting .155, 5 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Homered yesterday, 2-run shot. His only hit of the game. Ended up going 1 for 4. Long hold for Richards. Breaking ball. Netta has it go off his glove. I mean, that's about as catchable a slider as you're going to see.
Man, that pitch, I think if you ask Chris Iannetta, he would tell you right then and there that he should have been able to keep that in front of him.
Gary gets charged with a wild pitch. Carter fouls this one back, and it's 1-1. Richards in his career has faced the Astros now 11 times. This is his 8th start, 4-2 and a 3.80 ERA. One to Carter. 1-2.
Well, that's an impressive fastball. That's where you want to live if you're Garrett Richards. His fastball is much better when it's at the knees. You would think because he throws 96, 97 upstairs, it'd be more difficult for the hitters to catch up to it. He doesn't have as much movement when it's up in the strike zone as compared down in the strike zone for Richards.
His first start of the season was against Houston at Minute Maid. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carter. And that'll do it for the Stros here in the first. Led to the bottom of the first. Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming up with no score. Day lineup. Handles at 14 and 17 of Cole Calhoun at right, Mike Trout at center. Albert serving as a DH tonight. Matt Joyce, the cleanup hitter, in left. David Freese at third. Eric Ibar at short. Johnny Giamatello at second. CJ Cron at first. And Chris Arnetta doing the catching. 32-year-old right-hander, native of Burlingame, California, Scott Feldman on the hill for Houston.
Feldman's fastball is 87, 93. Throws a cut fastball, quite a few of them. Curve and a split finger fastball. 2-3 mark so far this season. But to be successful, my go-tos: use day game carry, hit that ball in the air. Don't swing at pitches out of the strike zone. Keep those pitches in the zone and preferably up and hit it and get some carry in the day here for some big flies.
Feldman 2-3 and a 5.50 earned run average. Facing the Angels for the second time this year, picked up the win. His first time allowing 2 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. Through 102 pitches. His April 19th start as Cole fouls off the first pitch. It's an 0-1 count.
Lately, Cole's been very aggressive on the first pitch. And I don't mind that. Even though he's hitting in the leadoff spot, if you get a fastball or a pitch you can drive first pitch, why not? That might be the best pitch to do some damage.
Went around, and it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. Calhoun hitting .302, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. 2-hit game last night. RBI double in the 9th. Drew the Angels within a run, but that's all the Angels would get in that 9th inning against Chad Qualls. Called strike 3. Down goes Cole, 1 away. Astros defensively today: Grossman, Marisnik, and Rasmus in the outfield from left to right. Balbuena, Gonzalez, Altuve, and Carter in the infield from third to first. Castro after a night off back behind the plate.
Yeah, if you watch the first 3 games of the series, Balbuena has been unbelievable at third base. And you see how his fielding percentage has increased each year since 2012. He hasn't, before that, he was mainly a shortstop, but the defense and the strong throwing arm we've seen at third base has been unreal so far for Balbuena.
Mike Trout takes downstairs for ball 1. Mike hitting .306, 9 home runs, 19 RBIs. 3-hit game last night, his second of the season. 2 singles and a home run. That's lined toward right center field. Rasmus got a good jump on it. Is there, makes the catch, 2 down.
Yeah, normally at night that ball may fall in front of Rasmus, but because of that carry during the day, it drifted out to him. He's able to run that one down.
So 2 quick outs for Feldman on 5 pitches, and here's Albert. Rolled into the game-ending fielder's choice last night. Snapped his hitting streak. Ended at 11 games as he went 0 for 5. Albert hitting .239 on the year. Takes a strike. 5 home runs, 12 runs batted in for Albert. One ball, 1 strike. 5th game for Albert in the DH spot this year. He's responded 7 for 18. Pulls this one toward third. Valbuena's there. Did we just spotlight him?
Yeah, and
don't
try to avoid him. Yes.
Can we send a runner down to the clubhouse? Let them know. We're through 1. We're scoreless. Gonzalez for Houston here. A lot of high moms and happy Mother's Day signs here at the ballpark. Mother's Day scarves handed out today.
I'm all set for the night now. Maybe another gift or 2. Maybe flowers. Maybe flowers.
Rasmus, Castro, and Gonzalez.
That is such a sharp, tight slider from Richards, and he can throw that in the strike zone. It's very similar to the pitch he struck out Carter with last inning.
.250 average for Rasmus, starting in right field in place of George Springer, everyday right fielder on the concussion list. 1 for 3 game last night with a walk and a 2-run home run. His brother Corey, the Angels pitcher, who had abdominal surgery in spring training, starting to work his way back. Mike Scioscia talked about him working his way back and getting that rehab going. Perhaps sometime in June is probably more of an acceptable timetable. Broken bat roller. Ibar in the overshift comes over and throws out Rasmus for the first down.
about starting baseball activities.
Yeah.
Well, he was a big part of the bullpen and as a spot starter last year.
He really did a nice job in that spot starting role. 1 out, nobody on, and Jason Castro up. Conger got the start behind the plate last night. Ended up going 0 for 3. Castro hitting .218, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. Another broken bat. TJ Crone to the backhand high flip, and that's a scary play for Garrett Richards.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation. That's a tough play because you had to fully extend to catch that high throw.
You cannot.
That's one of those ones you almost let your second baseman make that play. He's right there.
And I don't understand the underhand flip from that distance.
Because it's the footwork, because you're trying to find the base as a pitcher anyhow. It's always a difficult task, that high throw. So you have to catch it and then still try to find the base. And that's one thing we've noticed, Victor, with Albert. He's going to the base, taking that ball himself a lot with Garrett, knowing, it's still in his mind. He won't say it's in his mind, but you can't. It's human nature. So when you want to feed, you want to lead a low throw to be able to catch the ball and then find the base.
Gonzalez looks at a strike. The shortstop hitting .254 with a home run and 8 RBIs. Jonathan Villar got the start there. The first 2 games. Gonzalez last night and today. 0-2 now. I mentioned Garrett. His first start of the season is on April 19th, and you could tell at Minute Maid Park a lot of adrenaline for him, obviously, after that horrific injury last August. Gave up 4 runs, 3 earned in his 5 innings that day. Command was an issue, of course, but velocity was good. But, just getting stronger and stronger with each start. The good thing is that no side effects, no ill effects from the injury, at least here in the early going that we've seen or heard about.
Well, his smile was fantastic that day. Just going out there, they get a chance to pitch in a big league game again.
3 broken bats. Houston might be tired of these Mother's Day bats.
Yes.
Either that or they're tired of Garrett Richards. Way to the bottom of the second with no score. And an Angels graduation tassel for just $100. Purchase your grad pack today at angels.com/gradpacks. You put that tassel on your sombrero?
Yes. It's a good look for me. Bring it on the road. Going back east.
Hanging it down the side.
See some family, friends. Oh, it'll be great.
It's a good look if you could pull it off. as only you can.
Yep.
Matt Joyce leading things off. Scott Feldman. Joyce hits one off the end of the bat foul. It's an 0-1 count. Feldman with a 1-2-3 first inning, including a strikeout of Cole Calhoun. As always with Joyce at the plate, 3 infielders on the right side. Valbuena near the cut of the grass at third.
Well, there is so much room out in left center field for Matt Joyce. Grossman almost playing on the line down the left field line. See that? It's a huge gap for Joyce to be able to drive the ball, double, potentially even triple.
.146 average for Joyce, a home run and 7 RBIs. Reaching for this one, rolls it foul. Again, you talk about that opposite field gap, whether it's Matt Joyce or anybody else who's a dead pull hitter, as Joyce is. You've got to be willing to change your approach at the plate.
He did it
in order to take advantage of it.
He did it quite a bit in spring training. He let the baseball travel. You have to let it travel and trust your hands and hit that ball the other way.
One down, second strikeout for Feldman. The problem with this whole spring training thing, how many times we talk about it in spring training and then in the regular season, there's no pressure. You are working on things in spring training. It's being able to carry that over into the regular season and trust that the work that you actually put in is going to work at this level at game speed.
And it doesn't even matter because a lot of the pitchers down there in spring training aren't even on major league rosters, but they're still trying to make the team themselves.
Yeah.
So you're still, the approach is there, no matter who's on the mound. You just have to believe in that trust.
Yeah, I can imagine that the mindset being is you try it, right? You come out there and I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You fail a couple of times and all of a sudden you revert back to, well, okay, it's not working. Let me go back to what's got me to the big leagues. And that's kind of like that catch-22, because then that's all you're going to continue to see is the overshift and keep hitting into it. Yet to get it going as of yet. And you see his spring training numbers. CJ Cron, same thing. Freeze takes upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, Matt has power to right field. And we saw that a lot when he was down there at Tampa. He can crush the ball out to right field. But the emphasis now, especially the defense, be put up against them, that they're playing on the pole, and that's all they're concerned about. So he has to make the adjustment himself and go the other way.
Freeze shoots one out to the alley in right center field. That'll go to the wall.
That's going the other way. That's the approach that Matt Joyce, when you look from the dugout watching David Freeze swing the bat right there, that's what you have to do. Because eventually pitchers are forced to come inside against you. It's a good swing from Freeze. Out over the plate, got his hands inside the baseball, and he crushed the ball to right center field. His 6th double this season. Now, David Freeze is not a pull hitter.
Right.
But still, as a hitter, when you're sitting in that dugout, you can see if you get your hands inside the baseball, you can still hit the ball extremely well the other way.
First base runner of the game for the Angels. And Eric Ibar at the plate. Breaking ball. Jumping at that one. Rolls it foul. Eric 1 for 4 yesterday. Had a 2 RBI single in the first inning. 224. 2 doubles and 11 runs batted in. A 202 average from the left side so far this year. This one pulled to second. Altuve has it. 2 outs. Freeze advancing to third. So it'll be up to Johnny Giavitello. Giavitello, 400 average with men in scoring position so far this year. 250 scoring position at 2 outs.
Overall, a .280 batting average, 5 doubles, a home run, and 12 RBIs. 1 for 3 last night with a single and a walk. Scott Feldman in his second season as a member of the Astros, signed a 3-year deal prior to last year. 29 starts for Houston. It was 8-12. Breaking ball pulled down the line. Valbuena with a diving stop, gets up, fires to first, and again,
avoid him.
Valbuena.
He's made some unbelievable plays this entire series.
Turn the books. We're still scoreless.
Unbelievable at third base this entire series, and finishes off this inning. Giavatella thought maybe a double down the line. On the backhand, that strong throwing arm that he has, able to throw out Giavatella once again. He's made that unreal catch on that line drive earlier in the series. Good range, but a strong throwing arm. Former shortstop, you can see that arm strength on display.
Always got to make sure when you go into that dive that you are confident that you're going to get to that baseball. Never easy when you leave your feet, especially with a man at third base. You get it cleanly.
Exactly.
Be able to have the transfer and everything happen in your favor. 8-1 for Houston here in the third with no score. Tucker, Grossman, and Marisnick. Garrett with a 1-2-3 second. Preston Tucker 1 for 9 so far in the big leagues. Takes inside for ball 1. Two balls, no strikes.
And this is where Garrett's been able to get back in the counts with his slider. Wonder if he'll throw one now.
One strikeout, one walk for Garrett so far. Breaking ball. There's that breaking ball to get back into the count.
That's so important for him. Talking to Mike Butcher a couple of years ago about Richards. He said that's when he'll take off, when he can throw his slider for strikes, and then he can get the swing and miss wipeout slider when he gets ahead of the count.
Goes right back to it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Butcher celebrating birthday today, his 50th.
Big one, 50. Born in Iowa. Heaven.
Is this heaven?
Yes.
Full count. Preston Tucker listed 14th in the Baseball America's top 30 prospects for the Astros. 3-2, foul tipped into the mid, one down.
Coming up later in the game, we'll check out the big news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. A certain team had a team meeting after the game yesterday. Wonder if that's going to help them out.
Well, let's look at the games today. Which team has the ace going? That's how you can tell who had a team meeting.
Oh, that might be the case. And a certain fellow just continues to hit big flies. Wonder if he did it again today in the nation's capital.
Robbie Grossman fouls off the first pitch. Switch hitting outfielder. Seeing action for the first time of the series. Out in left field today. Hitting 159 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Crone will take it himself. 2 outs. Whether it's Garrett Richards or any other pitcher, when you see a number of hitters with weak ground balls or broken bats consistently, that tells you somebody has some late movement on his pitches.
That's exactly right. That late movement, because you think you're squaring up the baseball. As soon as you start your swing, that cut action on his fastball or the break on his sliders getting in on the handle of the bat instead of the barrel of the bat. .97-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees with cutting action.
Marisnick drew a walk to lead off the game, fouls this one back. 0-2 count.
See the difference in that fastball because it was up? He was on that fastball, Marisnick. Pitch before was at the knees, nasty. Now he has him set up to throw that slider well off the plate.
Down goes Marisnick. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. We'll head to the bottom of the third, still with no score. We begin the bottom of the third. Folks, this season the Angels want to give fans exclusive experiences here at Angel Stadium. All Access Angels gives fans a chance to bid on great experiences like Steel Third, honorary bat kit, and dining with the general manager. For more info and to bid on these experiences, visit angels.com/access. It's got to be an experience with Gooby. Somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be.
Jay Crone looks at a strike. Halo setting up 8-9-1. Crone, Inett, and Calhoun, just like the Astros did at the top of the inning. Crone playing first base this afternoon with Albert serving as a DH. CJ has yet to get it going, hitting .203. 4 doubles, a home run, and 6 runs batted in. you the DH in Saturday's game. 0 for 2 with a sac fly. 2 balls, 1 strike. Feldman with 2 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. That was a double to Freeze last inning. Ground ball to third. Trying to pull that breaking pitch. 1 out.
It's 3 ground balls already in this game to Valbuena at third base. That's a pitch right there for C.J. Cron when he's right. Like we mentioned it in spring training, even the beginning part of last year when he first got called up. That pitch out over the plate and down, he can crush the ball to center field.
One 0 count on Iannetta. 0.91 average. Chris caught the opening game of the series on Thursday. 0 for 2 in that game with a walk. Off the end of that, popped up to Marwin Gonzalez at short. Got to deal with that sunshine even with the glasses on. 2 outs. Cole struck out looking in the first. 0 for 1. Again, they play Cole to pole on the infield and Shallow and the opposite way in the outfield. The Grossman toward the line and Marisnick toward the alley in left center. A similar type swing to the second strike again. His first at bat, kind of last minute deciding to pull the trigger.
Yeah, going upstairs, the second pitch. Yeah, the data shows the majority of the doubles for Calhoun have been to left center field. That's why they're shading him that way.
Trout on deck. 0-2. Missed him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
One thing about Feldman, he pitches at his pace.
Oh yeah.
And if you're a hitter and you're not comfortable with that, you have to step out and dictate the pace yourself as a hitter against him.
Two balls and 2 strikes. One-time side armor. Got to the big leagues. That's all he threw exclusively as a reliever. And that was with the Texas Rangers when he got to the big leagues. Got there for the first time in 05. 2-2. This one's pulled foul.
It's amazing. Now he's basically straight over the top.
That started in 08, where he was struggling at the major league level with, working out of the pen. High ERA, really not finding any consistent release point. Decided to go back over the top or to 3/4, and all of a sudden, from that angle, was throwing in the low to mid 90s. So the Rangers made him a starter. Full count. 17-game winner for Texas in 2009.
You see the difference now. He's straight over the top. He's got that good balance. Straight over the top. Good follow through.
Here's the payoff pitch. Cole pulls one, and a diving stop by Carter to the backhand robs Cole Calhoun, and the Angels go down in order. 3 in the books, still scoreless.
Never stop improving with Jose Altuve coming to the plate. See that steady rise in the batting average from 2011 to 2015. That's a 70-point jump in the batting average for Altuve, who hits anything close to the plate, whether it's a fastball or breaking ball. This is a solid hitter who makes a lot of contact. Altuve's been unreal.
And look at that, Jose Altuve leading things off for Houston.
Who knew?
Here in the 4th. That is some unbelievable producing.
That's our guy. He's in the truck.
Wow. Jay Cutlow, producer extraordinaire. Altuve takes upstairs. 2, 3, and 4 for the Astros. Altuve, Valbuena, and Carter. Garrett, 35 pitches so far, 24 for strikes, 3 punch outs, and 1 walk. Altuve reached on the fielder's choice in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Two and 1. Gabe Morales calling the balls and strikes today. Joe West at first, Kerwin Danley at second, Rob Drake at third. Reaching for the breaking ball, Matt Joyce is there. Now back to his right. 1 out. 2-1 breaking ball on a very good hitter.
His mechanics are so under control right now.
And it's amazing to hear you say that, because that was the biggest issue. The knock on Garrett when he first got called up was he couldn't repeat the mechanics. That's
exactly
why he had great stuff. It just was so erratic.
He's under control at this point, and that's the biggest thing for him. He's got that good balance on the pitching rubber, under control, and the shoulders are square and lands almost the exact same spot every single time. And you know, even though he didn't want to go through the injury, he had to go through up when he got hurt up in Boston. He said coming back because of that injury, because that's his landing leg, that he really concentrated on landing in the same spot each and every time with not a lot of stress put on the knee, and that's enabled him to hit his spots more frequently with his slider and fastball and even his curveball.
That breaking ball just missed. 2-1 count on Valbuena. Hit a fly ball to right his first time up. 3-1 now. remember the early years for Garrett working out of the pen, kind of being a swing guy, that a lot of his problems weren't necessarily the balance point over the rubber. Valbuena swings through the 3-1 breaking ball. It's a full count now. It was upon delivery, the flying, constantly flying open, the head jerking out of position, thus the arm slot would be all over the place.
And the one thing you always look for him is his shoulders are squared. He's not dipping that back shoulder. He's keeping it square, and it has enabled him to deliver the pitches where he wants it, like that.
Called strike 3 on a 3-2 breaking ball. 2 outs, 4th strikeout for Garrett.
Repeatable mechanics. That's the conversation always with Richards prior to last season. And even more so this year. That's what he has said. Every time as far as his rehab getting back to this point, back to the major leagues, he felt so good about repeating his mechanics each and every pitch in all of his pitches. See the improvement each and every year with his ERA because he knows he's going to be a starter. But he also knows right now he's amongst the elite starters in baseball as far as stuff. I have no problem putting him up there as far as the elite pitchers in baseball for me because his stuff is that good. And the looks you get from hitters as they walk back to the dugout after having an at bat against them.
No balls, 2 strikes on Carter. A strikeout victim in the first. Fastball just missed off the plate, but it sets up that breaking ball, the same pitch that got him Carter his first plate appearance, one would think.
That's exactly where you want to miss away like that because you set up the slider. Remember last year, even into this year, Alan Ashby, who does a great job for the Astros, he caught a lot of great pitchers over the years with Houston. He said that Garrett Richards has the best stuff he saw the entire year last year. I mean, that's fastball, slider, curveball. Best stuff he had seen. And he saw Felix enough. Hernandez.
Ground ball weakly hit to short. Eric Ibar has it. And the Astros go down in order. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. Trout, Pujols, Joyce coming up. We're still scoreless. Angels baseball is brought to you by the 2015 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimate 31 highway miles per gallon. Visit Jeep.com for more information. And by AT&T Uverse. More live TV channels on the go than cable. No scores. We begin the bottom of the 4th inning on this Mother's Day. Trout, Pujols, and Joyce to face Scott Feldman here in the 4th inning. Feldman's allowed 1 base runner. That was a 1-out double to David Freese in the 2nd. David eventually stranded at 3rd. Trout a fly ball to right field his first time up. He will look at a strike.
What we've seen from Feldman, though, after that first pitch strike downstairs, they'll try to go upstairs with a fastball, see if Trout can cover one of those high fastballs.
There it is. Right on cue.
Yeah, I mean, you just look for patterns. He had a pretty good swing at that also.
One-two count on Trout. Pujols on deck. 2 strikeouts, no walks for Feldman. Garrett has allowed 2 base runners, a walk to Marisnick, fielder's choice to Altuve. And that's it. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk for Garrett. Two. You wonder if he'll go back to that breaking ball again.
Yeah, it seems to be his pattern, especially when he goes upstairs with a fastball.
Mike 5 for 18 in his career against Feldman. Castro outside. That is out toward right. Off the end of the bat. Rasmus has play on it. 1 down. He's got that cut fastball working today. Just enough movement at the very end there, especially to away to right-handed batters.
There's quite a few of them coming in this game. About 44% of his fastballs are cut fastballs. Throw that 2-seamer to run down and in against a right-handed batter, and down and away against a lefty.
Albert chops this one to Valbuena. 2 outs.
And now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. On this Mother's Day, Louisville Slugger, 10th season, making all these bats for the major leaguers. The pink bats they'll use here in this game. Hundreds of major league players are using these bats today for Mother's Day.
Joyce, a strikeout victim, leading off the second. He will look at a slow curveball. Downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
That's a count right now for Matt Joyce. You're just looking to crush a baseball. You got a good fastball count. This time maybe you think in terms of trying to pull a fastball, get it down in that corner here in right field. Again, still looking for that timing when he has that step. You have to have that foot down before the bat is going through the hitting zone for Matt Joyce. That's his timing mechanism.
2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, bases clear, no score here in the 4th. 3 balls and a strike now.
Because when he's going through with his swing with the bat and his foot is just landing, it's forcing the back shoulder to dip and the front shoulder to go up in the air. That more of an uppercut swing. Put that foot down before the bat is going through the zone. Good view of this right now. You see the step, and then it forces that front shoulder up, back shoulder down in an uppercut type swing, and unable to make contact. With the foot down first and then through with your swing for Matt Joyce.
3-2, bouncer to second. Altuve on the Carter, and the Angels go down in order once again. That is 8th in a row retired by Feldman. We head to the 5th with no score.
of the fifth on this Mother's Day. Take a look at our T-Mobile game changer, Garrett Richards. 2.61 ERA, career best last year, owning 3 Angels since '77. And a lower ERA. Chuck Finn the win. Weaver and Frank Tanana. So far this year, though, ERA 2.17 for Richards.
Rasmus, Castro, and Gonzalez for Houston here in the 5th inning. '11 straight retired by Richards after Altuve reached on a fielder's choice. Rasmus grounded out to short, leading off the second. He's 0 for 1. Two balls and no strikes. Rasmus signing a 1-year deal in the offseason. Last year with Toronto, hit .225, 18 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Breaking ball fouled back. It's 2-1. First round pick, 28th overall in 2005. It's part of a big trade between the Cardinals and Toronto in 2011. Edwin Jackson, Octavio Dotel, just to name a few. Mark Sipchinski.
Great name.
Alphabet soup.
Not a lot of vowels in that name, though, was there?
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rasmus. One away.
Electric slider from Richards. You see that slider grip right on the seams of the baseball, the tight rotation. Hitter thinks fastball, then down and in against a lefty. A devastating spot for Richards to throw against a left-handed batter.
Jason Castro, the catcher, grounded out to Crow in his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Boy, off the ankle. Try to walk that one off. It's one of the few times you can take the casual walk around the home plate area.
You don't have to stay in that batter's box. No. 1 foot in there.
That really hasn't been stressed a whole lot.
I think the hitters have gotten it, though. Even when Mike Trout likes to step out, but he still tries to keep his foot 1 foot in the batter's box.
Go right back in there.
You got to go back in again for the 3rd time.
Castro does wear the little shin guard on the right ankle area.
This is a fastball with movement right off that shin guard. I told you that story before about Ken Herbeck, the same thing. I threw 2 in a row, and he goes, "Yeah, you're going to throw another one in?" I said, "Of course." I said, "Don't swing at it." And he fouled it off his foot again. It was funny. He was a big man. I'm glad he was happy.
0-2. Got it in.
And he didn't get angry. And a good fisherman up there in Minnesota.
That is alleged. Five punch outs, 1 walk for Garrett. He's not allowed to hit. Marwin Gonzalez on deck. Check swing, he went around. Down goes Castro, 2 away.
That slider, 89. More of a curveball type break to it. Straight down on this pitch. A tight rotation. And the commitment to swing. See it from this angle. Yeah, he went. No question.
So 2 outs, nobody on, and it's Gonzalez. Grounded out to Chivatella's first time up, bouncing this one foul. That went off the top of the dugout and into the seats. This one's skied towards center field, not very deep. Mike Trout is over there to Garrett. Now through 5 without having allowed a hit. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Free-Zybar Giavotella coming up for the Angels. Be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Angels. Free-Zybar Giavotella for the Halos here in the 5th. Facing Scott Feldman. Garrett Richards has thrown 60 pitches. Feldman just threw his 48th.
Both pitchers so far are very economical with their pitch count.
Freeze double to the alley in right center field with 1 out of the 2nd. Eventually stranded at 3rd. He is 1 for 1. 6th double of the year. Two balls, 1 strike. Boy, Feldman just takes forever. Now he's ready. He fouls this one off. David never backed out of the batter's box here.
Yeah, he definitely does the best Dean Smith impression in baseball. The 4 corners. Slows it down, dictates his pace.
He is the human rain delay.
51 pitches, 32 in the strike zone. Both pitchers throwing a lot of strikes.
Freeze gets jammed, lifts one out to shallow right center field. Rasmus comes racing in, not going to get in there. They're not going to get there, I should say. The ball falls in there for a single.
Little nature boy, Ric Flair.
Yeah, the old knockdown 54-degree wedge.
Oh yeah. On the 17th hole, it's TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Not a full follow-through. You just kind of.
Yeah. We both played that course before. That hole, yeah, it looks like it's real close.
Because it is real close.
It is real close. Why did it take so many of my golf balls then?
I know. TPC, the Players' Championship, finishing up today.
That's a great tournament.
Yeah. Valbuena in on the grass with Ibar at the plate. Anticipating a bunt. And the pitch out. Nothing's going on. Now you would think you'd have a decent chance of a hit and run if you wanted to. And we've seen this combination with Ibar and Freeze.
Especially with Valbuena this close, he might just try to slap it by him in the left field.
Castro set up inside. Freeze doesn't go, and Ibar was shooting that way, trying to anyway.
The big thing, since 2013, Scott Feldman has allowed 66 stolen bases against him. No pitcher has allowed more stolen bases against him. Scott Feldman. It's a lot of stolen bases. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to try to steal every time, but with no career pickoffs, you can still put a hit and run on and feel comfortable that you're going to get a big enough jump that you'll be successful making it second, if not third, on a ground ball through the hole.
Right. At the very least, if it fails as far as execution and you hit it to an infielder, at least with the runner going, you would think in theory you get a man in scoring position with one out, take two cracks at trying to get a run on the board.
And it looked like he was leaning there. Like Socia told me just the other day, there's a few guys on this team he feels very comfortable putting a hit and run on. One being Eric Ibar, who's at the plate right now, C.J. Cron, and even Johnny Giavotella.
Showing bunt, breaking ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Matt Bunt on his own. It's a perfect count right now. As a hitter, you got to assume you're going to get a fastball on a 2-1 count.
Ground ball to the left side. That will sneak through for a base hit. Freeze will stop at second. But Gonzalez shading Eric toward the middle. I mean, that left side was wide open. It looked like Eric was trying to shoot the gap the entire at bat.
Yeah, he's letting that baseball travel to shorten up his swing. That's a perfect swing to hit the ball through a spot where no one's at. And this, you would think for sure, is a bunt situation for Giavotella. Especially the offense has been consistent. So you have to try to manufacture some runs, especially the way Richards is throwing the baseball today.
Corner infielders in, anticipating a bunt. Giavotella grounded out his first time up. And he takes upstairs for ball 1.
That's what you try to do as a pitcher, elevate a fastball. Very difficult to bunt that on the ground. Giavotella is going to try to make Valbuena field the bunt at third. Carter crashing in from the first base side. They're looking for a play potentially at third base if he bunts it to the first base side.
Two balls, no strikes. Pretty good pitch. Feldman wanted the strike call. Back-to-back singles for the Angels to start this 5th inning. Freeze and Ibar.
Went on with this count right here for Giavotella. Mike Socia gives him 1 swing.
Left side of the infield open again with Gonzalez trying to hold Freeze close to the bag. He does, and it's a wild pitch. The runners will advance. And it's 3-0 now.
It's the 4th wild pitch of the season for Feldman. Overthrown 2-seam fastball. Castro just turns his glove, tries to pick it instead of squaring up the glove in front. That's a difficult one with a fastball in front of the plate, though.
That's the last thing you're anticipating.
On a fastball.
On a fastball,
yeah. You would slider, curveball. Yes, fastball. Never think it's going to be bounced up there. Giavotella, for me, is going to be swinging here 3-0.
Infield back. The only exception being Carter at first.
And the reason why I say that because Giavotella has been swinging the bat well with runners in scoring position. C.J. Cron, who's on deck, has struggled. And until C.J. starts swinging the bat as well as he can, Mike Socia is going to give Giavotella an opportunity on a 3-0 swing.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the game that Johnny, coming into the game, even 400 average with men in scoring position. 3-1. And there's a walk, and they're loaded up. First walk issued by Feldman. And C.J. Cron here with an opportunity to give the Angels a lead. Grounded out to Balbuena in the third inning. Cron 167 average with men in scoring position this year. Did have a sac fly a couple of nights ago.
Let's look at what Feldman will probably try to do. I think he's going to try to run that two-seam fastball down and in against C.J. Cron to try to get a ground ball. For C.J., he's got to be patient enough to try to get something elevated enough where you can hit a fly ball and get the job done.
On the corner for a strike. I'd tell him to let it fly here. Don't take a passive approach and just be content with a sac fly. Try to take your shot right here. Hit one out of the ballpark. With 2 strikes, then shorten up. Takes another fastball.
And he's caught in between again. And when we say caught in between, he's looking for a breaking ball in that spot instead of just looking for a fastball. Because that's a fastball right there you can hit in the air. Hit a long way, too.
No doubt about it. Oh, 2 pitch. Down goes Cron. 1 away. So his struggles continue, and here comes Chris Iannetta.
And this is the time he went to that two-seam fastball to turn it over to sink it. He gets a swing and miss after that pitch before was a pitch that C.J. Cron, when he's right, is crushing.
The first 2 pitches, both fastballs. Iannetta popped out to Gonzalez. 1 out, bases still loaded, no score. Boy, another hitter that takes another fastball for a strike.
High cut fastball. Usually don't get those pitches back. A high cut fastball right through the barrel of the bat.
Pull foul. Hanging breaking ball. 0-2.
See if he runs that two-seam fastball down and in. Very similar pitch he threw to C.J. Cron, just the batter before.
Cole Calhoun on deck. Freeze at third, Ibar at second, Giamatella at first. The 0-2 pitch, outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, this at bat could be huge for Chris Iannetta if he can come through with a base hit now.
A long bottom of the 5th inning. Halo's nothing to show for it as of yet. 2 singles and a walk. Cron struck out on 3 pitches. And now Chris in the hole here at 1-2. Calhoun on deck. Outfield again very shallow all the way around. 1-2 pitch upstairs. 2-2. It's almost like Feldman in this inning in particular is trying to force that two-seamer a little bit more so than he has in the previous 4.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried that one down and in like he threw the C.J. Cron. And now all of a sudden counts even up for Iannetta. I like what Chris is doing. He's dictating the pace himself because Feldman takes a long time in between pitches.
21 pitches thrown by Feldman so far here in the fifth. Now the 2-2. Iannetta, little dribbler. Left side, Feldman off the mound, fires it wide of home. It is freeze. Here comes Eric Ibar. 2-0 Angels. A big error by Scott Feldman.
And I think he had a play at the plate. For the break.
He finally threw that two-seamer down and in.
You got that slow roller. And the slide and try to be able to get your arm at an angle where you could throw a good throw to the catcher. Unable to do so.
Iannetta gets credited with a base hit. And an error on Feldman.
Don't stop now. Keep scoring.
Angelis gets credited with an RBI. His second of the year. First and third. 2-0 Angels here in the fifth. One out. Cole 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball to Chris Carter at first. Carter making a terrific diving stop. Slow breaking ball high.
Tell you what, David Freese had a great jump on that ball also. That was important. He got a good secondary lead. He got down the line quickly. It forced Feldman to be quicker on his throw, and he threw it wide.
And Ibar never stopped running. This one's out to shallow left. Robbie Grossman is there. Giavotella tags. He's coming home. The throw from Grossman. Not in time. 3-0 Halos. Sac fly for Cole Calhoun.
The left-handed thrower was a pretty good throw, but it's not going to be able to get Giavotella. More difficult throw for a lefty thrower out in left field because generally it's going to tail towards first base side of home plate. Won't get enough on it. No. Yeah. So far this inning, a 50-degree wedge and a putt, and 3 runs scored.
Here's Trout. Net over at first base. Mike 0 for 2. A couple of fly balls to Rasmus in right field. Hold one. Trout lifts one out to shallow right center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Iannetta will stop at second. So Mike picks up a knock. And Albert will step to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs.
Hasn't been many baseballs squared up in this inning, that's for sure. Side view, try to get his hands inside the baseball. Did a good job there as far as getting his hands inside with that running fastball, but didn't get it on the barrel. Got more towards the label, but still strong enough to get a base hit. Mike Trout.
Albert a 0 for 2 game. Twice has grounded out to Valbuena at third base. 3-0 Angels. Bottom of the 5th inning. Albert the 8th man to bat here in the 5th. .74 total pitches now for Feldman. 27 here in the 5th inning.
Had been cruising.
2 balls, no strikes. Garrett has been able to sit for a while, has watched his team put some runs on the board for him here, looking for more.
And that's the beauty of that pitch clock in between innings. He can get as many throws as he wants as long as he gets it done with 30 seconds left on the clock. Used to be only 8 pitches, so plenty of time to get loose once this inning's over, but he'll take the runs.
Howard, jam, pulls it foul, 2-1. Richards has retired 14 straight since Altuve reached on the fielder's choice in the first. Has yet to allow a hit. 6 strikeouts and 1 walk for Garrett so far. All right, at second, Trout at first, both with big leads with 2 outs. Breaking ball, Howard waving at it. Just could not stay back on it. 2-2.
And he changed speeds on his curve on that one.
Four hits, a walk, and a big error by Feldman so far. Breaking ball got a Pujols done. The Angels do drop a 3 spot. We'll head to the 6th inning. 3-0 Angels. .com today. You money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you could save. And by Hyundai. Great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. Halos up 3-0 as we start the top of the 6th inning on Mother's Day. Hope you're enjoying your afternoon wherever it is that you are doing or wherever you are at. And happy Mother's Day from our broadcast booth to you.
Yes, indeed.
Garrett Richards back out on the mound. He'll face 8-9-1 Tucker, Grossman, and Marisnick for Houston here in the 6th inning. 60 pitches, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a big 0 in that hit column. As a matter of fact, the Astros' last hit was the Colby Rasmus 2-run home run in the 3rd inning last night. Tucker 0 for 1, a strikeout victim his first time up, and he'll take low. Question is how long that layoff for Garrett, if it impacts him at all here in the 6th inning. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's gotten back into counts very similar, Cantuo, with his slider. That's always a pitch, especially if you're not in sync right away. You're not going to be able to hit your spot, but see if he has that feel for a slider here.
3-0. Missing upstairs. And a 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Probably Grossman on deck, then back to the top of the order, Jake Marisnick. And it's a walk to lead off the 6th. Second one issued by Garrett.
That's pretty close to a strike, though, on a 3-1 pitch. It's lower part of the strike zone. Morales is not called the low strike. It's called corners very well. Isn't called that borderline low strike, though.
One ball, no strikes. Grossman a ground out, his first time up. That was to C.J. Cron. Freeze playing just about even with the bag over at third base. There's a breaking ball for a strike. He was up to count at 1-1. All 3 runs the Angels scored at the bottom of the 5th inning, earned against Feldman, even though there was an error. Ball that Iannetta hit. This got credited with a base hit and an RBI. It's good to see the Angels offense put up a crooked number. 1-1 pitch. It's down and in.
Like Garrett just pulled across on that, but it's a good time for that conversation right now for Iannetta with Garrett Richards.
And again, you know, you sit for that amount of time. And that's usually with a normal pitcher on the mound that works at a decent pace. With Feldman, not only is it a lot of pitches and a lot of action, it's at his pace, so it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's time between every pitch. That's why hopefully I was watching to see if Garrett would throw a few extra pitches warming up. Looked like he still stayed around his normal routine.
Tucker over at first with a leadoff walk. The 2-1 breaking ball. And there 2-2.
Very important inning for Richards too, to be able to put up the 0 across the board here.
Top of the order now, Marisnick on deck. Altuve to follow if we get to that point. Breaking ball, just outside. Fourth full count for Richards. Grossman went around. Down he goes. 1 down. Helped down.
Chased a high fastball. When you're facing a pitcher that throws that hard, you're trying to gear up and catch up to a fastball. When you make that commitment, you cannot stop your swing, and that fastball had some movement. Good bounce. Try to be quick to the plate. High fastball, but still landing perfectly every time. And Garrett knew he swung at that pitch.
Seventh strikeout for Garrett. Marisnick takes a big rip. Comes up empty. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a punch out. Let's go back through the book here. Just had a 3-run inning earlier in this homestand. It was Wednesday against Seattle. They've been few and far between, unfortunately, for the Halos. Tucker, pretty good lead over at first base. 0-1.
That's a good fastball again.
Yeah, and Marisnick, you could tell right after the swing, either one wasn't committed to it or just wasn't happy that he pulled the trigger on it.
Man, that's that great location. When Richards is down with his fastball, it is devastating.
Fouled off to the right.
An 0-2 fastball, a little bit off the corner. I wonder at some point now, especially with an 0-2 pitch fastball, will he go with his slider?
Oh, 2 again. Swing and a miss. Down goes Marisnick. Back-to-back strikeouts for Richards.
He got a good fastball hitter out with 4 fastballs in that sequence. That went just a little bit off the outside corner. A perfect 0-2 pitch. Not only you get the location you want it, but you also get a swing and miss with the pitch. Always believe that 0-2 fastball just about a half a baseball off the corner is way more effective than that up and in fastball.
So Tucker still at first and Jose Altuve up with 2 outs. Altuve, a fielder's choice in the first inning, a fly ball to left in the 4th. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The 8 strikeouts, a season high for Garrett. Previous high was 5, and he'd done that in the last 3 starts. Inetta back outside. Fastball caught the corner. Altuve has some words for Gabe Morales. Thought that pitch was up.
Be ready now if you're Cole Calhoun in right field. More likely going away again.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball. Joy just missed.
That was wicked. That was a perfect spot.
That was a better pitch than the one before. But just missed.
That's executing the pitch. That's exactly where you want to go 0-2, in my opinion. Now, as a hitter, you have to protect away. That was close enough. It could have been called a strike. You can go a little further out if you're Richards now.
Tucker started to take off, and now Altuve shoots one foul into the seats. Boy, I don't think that got anybody. That is fortunate. And if Richards steps off, he gets Tucker at first. As Tucker started to run toward second.
And it might have threw off the timing of Altuve because he was extremely late on his swing. Yeah, that was a high fastball. You got to bring that one down.
Another 1-2. Goes with the breaking ball. Check swing. Bouncer to first base. Cron will take it himself. And Garrett Richards works around a leadoff walk. Has yet to allow a hit through 6. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Angels.
Like her, I think I'm more like her than I am my dad, which is pretty funny. My mom's ultra competitive, and she definitely she tries to be shy, but she likes being the life of the party at the same time. So it's pretty fun to watch. I don't know, man. My mom means everything to me. Happy Mother's Day. Love you.
Hope you're enjoying your Mother's Day as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1 count on Matt Joyce with the Angels leading at 3-0 here in the 6th. Joyce, Freese, and Ibar facing Scott Feldman. Joyce 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout. Missed outside, 81st pitch for Feldman. Threw a lot of pitches in the 5th inning, facing 8 batters, and the Angels responding, scoring 3 times on 4 hits. Ground ball into the shift. It's Marwin Gonzalez, the shortstop, and Joyce retired for the first out.
It's been a lot of fun watching Garrett Richards pitch so far in this game. His stuff has been dominating. That was an odd swing for Altuve to finish off that inning. That ball bounced.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about him and potentially plate coverage of Vladimir Guerrero.
That was,
well, there you go. That was very flatting.
Yes, no doubt.
But that tells you, as this is chopped to short, the movement and the late break on a pitch on such a good hitter like Altuve to get him. It looked like he's tracking it all of a sudden. Last minute, the ball just dives.
Like we said earlier, for Richards, when he takes the mound, you see some of the most odd swings and the looks of guys going back to the dugout that I've seen in a long, long time because of the movement, the velocity, also his ability to throw his slider for strikes, change speeds with his slider, and then get that one to get a swing and miss with it.
Ibar dropping a bunt. Boy, that is a beauty. Put it in your pocket because that's an infield base hit.
Yeah, that's not a wise decision to throw that baseball. Fortunate enough, Chris Carter was able to catch that throw from Feldman. And you got to believe that Eric's going to be on the move right away to try to steal a base now, too. 2 hits in the game for Eric. Perfect bunt. Easily beats that one out down the line. And Valbuena playing in for the bunt, but no way he's going to be there. And Feldman fields a bit. Not a wise decision to throw that baseball, though.
Perfect pitch and location to deaden the baseball off the end of the bat.
Wonder if we'll go first pitch here.
Two-seamer running away. He's got a big lead over at first now. Feldman will check in on him. Johnny Giamatelli grounded out in the 2nd inning, walked and scored in the 5th. Bunt single by Ibar, the 6th hit for the Angels tonight. Again, Eric off to a big lead at first. Foul tipped into the mitt. An 0-2 count.
Good time to go also here now. 0-2, anticipating a break ball, although A.J. Hinch may put a pitch out on now. You got to be aggressive. You try to expand on this lead. That's a big lead for Eric Ibar first.
Boy, that thing bounced about 2 feet in front of the plate. Nothing Castro could do, so it's a wild pitch.
Well, I was thinking in terms of going there on an 0-2, anticipating a breaking ball like that. It's overthrown breaking ball, well in front of the plate. over the shoulder. Castro tried to get his body in front, unable to do so.
Man in scoring position and a 1-2 count for Giavatello. Another overthrown breaking ball. Nice job by Castro. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, and a man in scoring position with the Angels up 3-0 here in the 6th. Chopper back to the mound. Feldman has it. 6 in the books here at the Big A on this Mother's Day, and the Angels with a 3-0 lead. At bat, number one app for live baseball. At bat up to the moment, at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today. Hope you're enjoying your today. Gorgeous Mother's Day here in Southern California. The Angels with a 3-0 lead to begin the 7th inning. Garrett Richards has been locked in today. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and has not allowed a hit to the Houston Astros, who last picked up a hit in the 3rd inning of last night's game. Here in the 7th, Houston sending up Valbuena, Carter, and Rasmus. That's 3, 4, and 5. Garrett last inning threw 20 pitches. Struggled with the first batter, Preston Tucker, to find the command. Eventually walked in, but then settled down to get the next 3. First pitch missed outside. Valbuena showing bunt there. Pulls it back. Astros third baseman, a fly ball to right and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. 3 for 15 in the series. 2 balls, no strikes. Talked about him quite a bit already through the first 3+ games with the defense.
It's been unbelievable with his glove.
Yeah. 2-0 in there. 2-1. Houston's committed just 16 errors this year. 17 if you count Feldman's today. 2-1. Up and away. 3 balls and a strike.
And the sequence he's throwing, Valbuena, 3 breaking balls, just 1 fastball.
He's had 6 3-ball counts. This will be his 85th pitch of the ball game. And it's a leadoff walk for the 2nd consecutive inning. So that's back-to-back innings in which he's come out and command wasn't necessarily with him. Last inning, which made sense considering the Angels had a long bottom in the 5th inning. But here unable to get back into the count. So the leadoff man is on board. Chris Carter coming up. The first baseman's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
See if you can get a ground ball double play here. He was on that fastball, was down, and that part of the strike zone that Carter swings well against. That was inner half and down.
Usually the happy zone there for Chris Carter. He have the 5 home runs. Balbuena with a short lead at first. The 0-1 pitch. Boy, Gabe Morales, the home plate umpire, even flinched on that one. That's a strike.
That's a strike. It's all over the strike zone. Right there on the corner.
Yes, he did. Strike regardless.
That late movement. 4-seam fastball, 96.
Colby Rasmus on deck. 1-2. Sure that pitch stays away from Carter.
That consistent velocity. That was his 89th pitch. That was at 97. His range of pitches so far, 97 best fastball. He's also thrown an 84-mile-an-hour slider.
For 113 pitches in his last start. Breaking ball off the plate. Full count. Fifth full count of the afternoon. That's helped get that pitch count up there a little bit. Balbuena over at first base. 3-2, fouled back. Back to the fastball. So we'll reset and do it again. Outfield straight around for the Angels. And all 3 at normal depth. Payoff again. And he walked him. So back-to-back walks to start the 7th.
A couple pretty good takes by Carter and that at bat.
Mike Butcher's going to come out and pay a visit. Iannetta was already out there.
Conversation right now is just remain focused on the game. Try to see if you get a ground ball first pitch, get 2 outs with 1 pitch. Hasn't missed by a lot, that's for sure. That might be the conversation too with Mike Butcher, wondering where some of those pitches were on the corner.
Four walks for Garrett so far to go with the 8 strikeouts. 3 of those 4 walks occurring in just over the last inning. So 2 men on and nobody out. Rasmus, a ground ball to short of the 2nd inning into the overshift. And a strikeout in the 5th. 3 infielders on the right side with the left hand hitting Rasmus up. He's the lone man on the left side of the infield. Ball missed.
Some movement down in the bullpen for the Angels right now. Kind of stretching.
One. Salah's first man up. One and two. Rasmus with a glance back to Morales, but that caught the top part of the strike zone.
You know, but at 96, 95th pitch of the day for Richards. That pitch count getting up, though. That's why he'd love to be able to get a ground ball double play here.
The 1-2 pitch upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now at 96 pitches, back-to-back walks to start the 7th. Valbuena and Carter leading off the 7th inning. Another left-handed batter, Jason Castro, on deck. 3-0 Angels here in the 7th. Here's the 2-2. Rasmus fouls that one back. The bat goes flying down the line.
Now, the foul ball straight back, yet the bat went all the way down past the first base bag.
It's Olympic distance right there.
Yes. That's a great toss.
Another conversation. This time Ibar, Iannetta, and Richards.
.97 pitches thrown, 20 in the 6th, 17 here in the 7th.
And you're going to rack up pitches when you are racking up strikeouts. But in the 6th and the 7th, as you just saw there, 20 and now currently 17 pitches. That includes the 3 walks. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rasmus. 1 down. Strikeout number 9.
I think that's the exact conversation right there from Iannetta to Richards. How comfortable do you feel throwing a slider here? And I think that was the perfect pitch. He's got that good slider. He's got the fingers on the seams to snap that slider off. Close enough to the strike zone, you have to attack it as a hitter, and gets a big swing and miss.
So 1 out, 2 on. Jason Castro at the plate, the catcher, with a ground ball to first and a strikeout in the 5th inning. Ibar playing toward the middle. Breaking ball, first pitch for a strike.
Better feel for that slider than throw for a strike.
And it took him a little bit in the 6th inning to kind of get that feel again. Leadoff walk, then retired the next 3, including a terrific pitch on Altuve. He eventually hit the ball that hit the ground and grounded out to Crone. Down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was the 100th pitch of the game. Look at the ratio, 61-39, as far as the balls to strikes, or strikes to balls, I should say.
A lot of movement. Sometimes it's difficult for Garrett to even control that movement on his fastball. Even that one, he was trying to go inside, but that late movement off the plate.
One. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
And a great slider from Richards.
Big 0. That goes back to the 3rd inning of last night. Richards, electric stuff today. The man has gone away from him the last inning plus, but trying to get locked back in. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off the left.
That's played by a fan.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Marwin Gonzalez, shortstop on deck.
He is really amped with his fastball, though. He's overthrowing his fastball. That went at 97.
Typically a sign of a guy that feels good throwing the fastball.
And knows what's going on in the course of this game also.
Mentioned his last start, 113 pitches. Got into the 120s once last year. Breaking ball, that is shot to left, a base hit. It'll fall in. Valbuena will be stopped at third. So the Astros have them loaded here. Their first hit of the afternoon. Comes with 1 out here in the 7th.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting by Castro. That was a good pitch. It was down and away, maybe even off the plate. Served up the first hit of the game for the Astros. Slider was fooled on it, just flicked it out into left field.
So bases loaded, Marwin Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 2. Ground down the fly ball to center. Middle infield looking for the double play ball. Gonzalez looks at a strike. Valbuena standing at third, Carter at second, Castro at first. Salas ready to go in the pen if needed. The 0-1 pitch. Chase the high fastball, fouls it back. 0-2.
Nice play. Caught the glove.
Terrific catch by the Angel Stadium PA announcer, Michael Araujo. Taking a page out of Jose Mona's book with the glove. Smart man. 0-2. In the dirt. That hit him.
Good block by Iannetta. That's a tight slider in the dirt. I would have scored a run and allowed 2 other runners to advance into scoring position. He certainly wasn't trying to move out of the way with his feet.
I think the ball kicked back to the right, avoiding the body of Gonzalez. It's all 1-2 count now. 3-0 Angels. Bases loaded for Houston. Down goes Gonzalez, 2 outs.
Great pitch once again by Richards. This time a little more under control with his slider. Starts her out around the belt. Ends up almost in the dirt. Perfect pitch. Tenth punch out.
Preston Tucker, the DH today. It's jammed, rolls it foul. That's an 0-1 count. Tucker 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk.
More than likely be last batter for Richards. See if he can finish off strong. He's had an outstanding game to this point.
By a pitch will bring in a run. So it's 3-1 now. Base is still loaded. So what Mike Scioscia decides to do here. Robbie Grossman is on deck, switch hitting outfielder.
Well, it's that hard 4-seam fastball.
Grossman being called back, and Evan Gattis will come up to bat. Tucker picks up an RBI on that hit by pitch.
I wonder if that changes the mindset for Mike Scioscia as far as going to the bullpen or not now. Looks like he's still working his way to the top step.
Well, Gattis last night was 0 for 3. He's 0 for 11 in the series.
He's waiting for him to be announced, and now Mike Scioscia's going to go to the bullpen.
So Gattis gets announced, and Fernando Salas is going to come into this ball game, and Garrett Richards will depart on this Mother's Day to a terrific and much deserved round of applause.
Marisnick and the Astros, you think, wow, he's a little bit wild. Up and in first pitch, but then he locked back in. Outstanding. No hit stuff. As usual, each and every game that Garrett Richards takes the mound. His slider, great. Fastball, velocity, command, and movement. 95, 97 miles an hour. Getting some ugly swings on check swings, on fastballs and sliders. Dominating throughout this game for Garrett Richards as he flirted with a no-hitter into the 7th inning before Castro flared went into left field with the only hit of the game for the Astros.
Responsible for all 3 base runners, Evan Gattis pinch hitting here against Fernando Salas. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Now Johnny's got to deal with the sunshine in shallow right field, and he'll make the catch.
That's a lonely wait in the dugout if you're a starting pitcher on that one.
And breathe.
Oh.
7th inning stretch time on Mother's Day. Halos up 3-1. FIFA Women's World Cup is less than a month away, and some hometown players have been Simpsonized. Fox Sports has joined forces with the Simpsons and created a special soccer-themed couch gag with the likes of Alex Morgan from she's from Diamond Bar, and Kristen Press from Palos Verdes. The episode airs tonight. Don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m. on Fox. So be sure to tune in and see the local stars on one of entertainment's most iconic brands. And if you can't watch it live, then DVR it or TiVo it, whatever it is that you have at home.
I agree.
Watch it on your smartphone or tablet as well. Crone, Iannetta, Calhoun for the Halos here in the 7th. That's 8-9-1 facing Scott Feldman. 89 pitches for the veteran right-hander. CJ 0 for 2 with a ground ball and a strikeout. Hits one out toward left field. New left fielder Jonathan Villar gets turned around. He's able to track it down for the first out. Chris Iannetta 1 for 2. The swinging bunt up the third base line that scored Freeze. Feldman's throwing error allowed Ibar to score on that one. First pick of his second RBI. Feldman with 4 strikeouts, no walks, and the 6 hits allowed, 4 of which came in the 5th inning, in which the Angels scored 3 runs.
Good swing there from Iannetta. Sometimes just a little hit like that can get you going.
Iannetta goes down swinging for the second out.
And now it's time for the Cardinals Junior Sports Update. Around the majors, will closed-door meeting help the Red Sox? Well, first inning they score 4 runs and they won their game today. They had been struggling, especially with runners in scoring position. And Harper Valley, big fly, 6 home runs last 3 games. Didn't hit a home run today. Last night, walk-off, did get 2 hits, a double and an RBI for Harper. King Felix with his 2,000th strikeout today also. A lot of action in baseball.
Big fan of the Harper Valley PTA show.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Is that Barbara Eden? Don't remember?
Yeah, I do remember the show. I'm trying to think if I was.
I don't know why that name pops up. Joe Smith getting ready for the Angels. Cole fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. TV show was Barbara Eden.
Good job. Do you remember the show, though?
I do remember the show. Broken bat bouncer. Chris Carter, the first baseman, has it. The Angels go down in order. 7 complete here at the Big A. Halos lead it 3-1.
means a lot to him and, of course, to the Angels trying to hang on. I'm Patrick O'Neill. All right, join us after this game for Angels Live. I think we all agree that it was a great outing from Garrett Richards. Hopefully, Alex Curry can have that interview. We'll talk to Mike Scioscia. Jose Mota will join me as well. Defense, so key for the Angels right now, especially since they're not scoring a lot of runs. Talking to Cole Calhoun about that in right field. He has been so strong. Tells me he just loves running down fly balls, something he picked up when he was at ASU. I asked him about that strength of his arm. Says he plays a lot of long toss, and that really helps things out because no one really likes to run on Cole Calhoun right now. But guys, he says he's never had a nickname. You got anything for Cole Calhoun?
I'm sure we can come up with something.
I like Corky Calhoun, old basketball player back in the day.
Back in the day. Or they
University
wicker
of
baskets
Penn.
for the
University
goals.
of Penn, the Quakers.
The Quakers.
And the NBA.
Throwing it out. Who's in, who's out? Joe Smith takes over for Fernando Salas, who threw one pitch and called it an afternoon. He got Gaddis to pop up with the bases loaded.
That wasn't without stress, though.
Yeah.
That was a nice play by
Johnny G.
Giavitello. If you're Garrett Richards, you're in that dugout. Is he going to get it? And he ran back and got that. That's a tough play.
15th game for Joe Smith. 0-1 record at 3.46 ERA through 15 pitches on Thursday. Top of the order, Marisnick fouls it off.
You don't remember Corky Calhoun, huh?
No. What are we talking about? What era?
The NBA, man.
I understand the sport. What are we talking about?
We got 40s? The playoffs going on right now.
Was Naismith still around? Marisnick 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Ground ball to short. One down. All right, folks, the Angels take on the Rockies on Wednesday at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive a Mike Trout hat courtesy of State Farm while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com.
Looking forward to that hat.
Oh, yeah. Mike Trout hat edition 2015.
Yes, indeed. There's another Mike Trout hat. And the Trout Farm.
Still say you got to put a tank out there with Trout until he pulls a foul. A viewing tank. Maybe we can have Kent French go do a hit from the viewing tank out there if they put one in.
He did a good job down there in Tampa.
Yes, he did.
At the Ray tank. We'll be busy tonight.
That's right. Ducks with a 3-1 lead over Calgary.
And close it out at home here.
A little bit later tonight. So 6 o'clock start?
7. Clippers playing tonight also.
Yeah. 1-1. 1-2.
Trying to go up 3-1 on the Houston Rockets. Some excitement around here. Playoff action.
Little flare towards short. eye bars there. 2 outs.
So far have done a nice job against Altuve in this game. Say that too often.
2 outs and nobody on for Luis Valbuena, the third baseman. We were just talking about Cole Calhoun and Patrick asking about a nickname. I've used the Red Baron on occasion when he makes the diving plays. Just dating myself, you know, the old fighter planes.
Yeah.
Red Baron. I had some.
Was that the Snoopy cartoon?
Oh, that too.
The Halloween special.
Cal Boom.
Huh?
Someone tweeted that to me.
I like that one.
Cal Boom when he hits a home run. Rootin' tootin' Cole Calhoun. I'm not kidding.
I like it.
That was from Kristen Marie. Grant says the fire hydrant. I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
I'm going to leave that one alone, I think, for a while.
And there's even an explanation to the fire hydrant thing. This one back off the glove, knocked down by Smith. Hopefully he's all right. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Looked like it just got him in the glove. Nice play by Joe Smith.
Line drive right back up the middle, using the glove to knock it down. Quickly gets up, makes the play.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Halos up by the score of 3-1. Trout, Pujols, Joyce to face new Astros pitcher Josh Fields. Takes over for Scott Feldman, who went 7 innings. Allowed 3 runs all earned on 6 hits. Fields pitching the 6th game this year. 1-0 record and a 1.80 ERA. He went 1/3 of an inning Saturday night. Trout 1 for 3 with a single in the 5th. Well, we've opened up the door for Cole Calhoun nicknames on Twitter, that's for sure. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Quite a few suggestions. We'll get some time, maybe we'll work them in.
Yeah. Some new ones, huh?
Yeah. Some I hadn't seen or heard of, thought of. That's not saying much.
Oh, so true.
2-0. Big swing. Comes up empty, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, that's that happy zone for Trout, too. Anything down in the strike zone. There's Cole.
Yeah. Raspberry Raker. Three balls and a strike. Cal Hooligan.
By the way, Corky Calhoun won as part of that NBA championship team in Portland back in 1977.
Well, so I was 3. Of course I don't remember. Trout takes the walk, and it'll bring up Albert.
The Hyundai key to this game on this perfect day here at the ballpark. On a perfect day, mother. For all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. All the fun times here at the ballpark. Saw a special performance from Garrett Richards today. And all the people watching the game at home today also, spending time with their family. Mothers, so special.
Great afternoon for baseball. Albert hitless today, 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. It's jammed, fouls foul and out of play on the first base side.
You're just laughing at all these things you're getting, aren't you? You're entertaining yourself here.
I am. Gotta love Angel fans, man. They interact with you on social media. Albert cuts through the fastball, and it's an 0-2 count. Slow breaking ball misses.
So hard to stay back on that, especially when you're dealing with mid to upper 90s on a fastball. To have a slow curveball come in like that one from Fields.
Check swing foul.
Up and in on a fastball. We all know what happens every time you throw an up and in fastball against Pujols. The very next pitch. I wasn't real happy about that one up and in either.
Missed upstairs on Trout before walking him.
Trout was thinking about going too on that pitch. Stopped.
Pretty close to balk, is it not? Don't you have to step toward first?
I was thinking the same thing. I think Trout was too. Yeah, he's going towards, almost like he's going towards home first and then over the first base. That was close, especially with Joe West at first.
Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff walk to Trout. He stands at first. Matt Joyce on deck. Albert goes down swinging for the first out.
Upstairs at 97 after a couple slow breaking balls in that sequence, an up and in fastball, and this time up and away at 97. Houston Street warming up in the bullpen out there for the 9th inning.
Joyce 0 for 3 with a strikeout, 2 groundouts. Trout takes off. The pitch is a ball. The throw down, a good one, and Trout cut down. 2 outs
for the first time this year.
A good pitch for Castro to handle, too, up and away.
Pretty good jump. But the perfect location for the fastball being up. It's easy to be able to have that quick transfer for Castro, who's thrown out 35% of would-be base stealers this season. 25% in his career.
Joyce with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Pops this one up on the right side, shallow right field. Marwin Gonzalez calling for it. And the Angels are done here in the 8th. We will head to the 9th. Houston Street coming in to try to lock it down. 3-1 Angels. Must Watch update on the afternoon. Mark Gubiza.
Paul Goldschmidt struggled, though he had been crushing the baseball his last 11 games. Justin Upton, 1 for 3 with a single. Latos threw the ball very well, 7 innings, just 1 earned run. And Logan Morrison, even though he's had 4 home runs last 10 games, 0 for 3 so far in that game for Seattle playing against Oakland.
Hey, let's have a new left fielder here in the 9th inning as Colin Cowgill takes over for Matt Joyce. There's Colin. And, of course, you got Zeppelin in the background.
Oh, Casimir.
Can only mean one thing. Houston Street on in relief here, try to close it out in the 9th inning. Carter, Rasmussen, Castro due up for Houston here in the 9th. Joe Smith had himself a 1-2-3 8th inning.
Well, that baseball came back at Joe Smith. Hit speed off the bat, 98 miles an hour. To react like that for Joe Smith to knock that down and make a play. That's quick reactions for Joe Smith.
Carter looks at a strike. Taylor's trying to pick up the win in a series split. Count even up at 1-1. Houston last pitched on Thursday. That was against the Astros. Was handed a 2-0 lead and could not hang on to it. Charged with 3 runs at 2/3 of an inning. Trying to close it out for Garrett Richards. 2 balls and a strike. Richards 6 2/3. 1 hit, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit batter. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels will have an off day tomorrow. Then the Rockies roll into town Tuesday and Wednesday. Quick 2-game set. Then an off day / travel day to the East Coast. Baltimore next weekend. 3-game set beginning on Friday. Then it's off to Toronto for 4. And they finish up that next road trip in Boston for a weekend series. 2-2 to Carter. This one fouled back. Down below us. Yes, he did. Down goes Carter, 1 away.
That's that great location for his slider. That's a couple times he has thrown of late when he has struggled. Not too much to play with his slider, but that's a perfect spot to get a swing and miss from Houston Street.
Colby Rasmus 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Missing down and away. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, that caught the top part of the strike zone. Rob Drake rings it up on the check swing. But Morales really has not called that top part of the strike zone for the most part today.
Fairly tight strike zone. Yeah, he crossed the plate. And that was a strike anyhow.
Popped him up. Ibar, long run since he was in the overshift. 2 down. I was waiting for Cowgill to finally get over there and call him off.
Going a long, long way.
One out away from picking up their 15th win. Salvaging a split. Jason Castro, the batter. And he'll take low.
Tell you what, when you watch this in this 4-game series of this Houston Astros club, they're not going away.
No.
They pitch well. They got good power. They got great speed. Solid defense. Their bullpen much improved.
Ground ball to second base should do it. Giamatello to Crone, light that baby up as the Angels do salvage that split. The final today, 3-1.
Yeah, not a ton of offense, just enough. Back in that 5th inning, a flare in the outfield, a swinging bunt down the third base line, 3-run score. But the story of the game, really, Garrett Richards, just dominant stuff. 6 2/3, 1 hit allowed. Just 1 hit allowed by the entire staff, with Joe Smith doing a good job. Fernando Salas coming in with the bases loaded, got that pop up, and then Houston Street back on track for the Halos, picking up a save. That's a huge win for the Halos as they split the series against the Astros.
No question about it. Garrett Richards, solid, took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. But then with 2 men on and 1 out on a 2-strike pitch, a breaking ball to Jason Castro. He flipped it out to left field for the first hit of the game, and the only hit allowed by Garrett as he picks up the victory this afternoon. Houston Street closes it down for the Angels. The Halos used a 3-run 5th inning. Now those need to be a little bit more common for the Angels, because right now they're banking on that 1 inning to get a couple of runs and that's it. But they make it hold up with the pitching today. Mentioned the 3 runs helped out by the swinging base hit by Chris Iannetta. He's down on the field with Alex Curry.
Chris, it was a special performance by Garrett Richards here today, going hitless through 6 1/3. It looked like he was locked in from the start of this game.
Yeah, he definitely was. He was hitting spots. His command was great. You know, just so close. I kind of thought about it about halfway through. I really wanted it to happen, but you know, we got the win.
Did you guys talk about it at all during the game leading up to that point?
No, we don't talk about that.
What was the message to him after that long 5th inning?
I just relax and regroup and throw strikes. He did a great job at that.
I know it was a big 5th inning for you with the bases loaded. What was going through your mind when you got behind in the count but then came through and got the Halos on the board?
I just wanted to get a pitch to hit, swing and bunt. I'll take whatever I can get right now. It was fun, so as long as we got some runs.
And a big win. Special day for all the mothers who came out here today for Mother's Day. Any message to all the moms out there?
Just happy Mother's Day. And like I say, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Well, congratulations on a great win. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Big win for the Halos and Garrett Richards here today. Unbelievable performance by G. Rich as the Halos split the series here at the Big A. Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers, is next.